Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Everything is Crab. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Do we want to try a challenge again? Oh, or do we want to keep going with our pressure? You know what? Let's go ahead and give a challenge a try. Let's do oversized again. Let's try oversized for the first time. Let's do every 10th level is a branching evolution. That seems really good. Oh, interesting. This is not what I pictured. You're incredibly tiny and zoomed in is what it appears, more so that everything is big. Okay, we still do the same amount of damage and stuff. Let's go... Sure, we'll do a physical run with Jaws. A blue attack right out of the gate is pretty good. I wonder how much harder, or maybe easier it will be to dodge, because if things are so big. It's hard to say though, honestly. We'll increase our Jaws again. So that also means that like everything will be further away and stuff, so I almost wonder if we don't really want to wander around. I do not know. Huh. Maybe just staying in one spot and fighting things is the way to do it. We'll have to see. Okay. Physical, size, max HP, never bad. Yeah, this is a very strange one. My senses, not the senses in the game, but like my personal senses are very strange for this. Like being so zoomed in, it's like kind of my brain is a little like wonked out by it. Yeah, this is very odd. I'm not sure what to make of this. We already have a size modifier. We could get dodge though. Yeah, I think dodge is really strong. I think dodge is generally, you know, because even if you do have a bunch of max HP and stuff, being able to dodge attacks, you know, periodically is still saves you that damage. Let's see if we can't get an elite kill here, get some mutagen points, maybe level something up. Legendary Carapace. Wow, that would probably be really good, but you know what? Let's go feeding speed and regeneration, I think is just gonna be the way to do it. I feel like there is a certain point where it starts to fall off, but I feel like feeding speed, more size and damage. I feel like feeding speed is one of those ones that has like a minimum amount you want, you know? Because I mean, the game is all about eating, so if you spend, you know, let's say you have 100% increased feed speed, so you spend half the amount of time you normally would, then you're doing more stuff. We are going physical. Alright, yeah, we'll increase our physical damage from 12 to 13. That's still a pretty big increase early on. Let's see, it looks like we're coming up on another elite here. It's just an elite blobfish, I think. Well, we are going size and max HP, so taking body slam just is definitely the way to go. Okay, we don't have 10 mutagen points yet. Get more senses, see more in the dark. Now, I will say this challenge, other than like the weird warped perception you have, which maybe could lead to some issues, and we'll identify mushrooms better. This challenge doesn't seem too particularly hard. I mean, it's just, you know, it's still the same game, just you're smaller. Let's go with arms here. So I think we should be able to, as long as, you know, we don't absolutely just suck, we should be good. Oh, that was a golden enemy. Huh. We'll go more jaws here. And we'll max out the size and physical. I wonder where that elite went. He just kind of ran off. Ah, here he is. Oh yeah, we're already doing a lot of damage. So yeah, I think this should be nice and easy. Shouldn't be, you know, too big of a deal. Should probably try to get out of the desert with a boss about to spawn. I always do this. Prolific. Prolific's good, right? Let's go attack area. I think Prolific's good. Well, this might be one of those times where I might have thrown being in the desert. Well, it's not too bad. We do a lot of damage, and we're not going to take too much damage from the heat. Oh, and this boss basically can't hit us because it's so big or we're so small. So, okay, that was easy enough. Okay. So, yeah, this... And another thing, too, that really warps the sense of difficulty between some of these. I actually really like leveled up reach. I think having your attack hit farther, I think, is just very good. Something to consider about the difficulty for these challenges is they are at certain pressure levels or certain prestige levels, or, you know, ascension, whatever. And this one is only an ascension, prestige, whatever you want to call it, 1. So, I mean, we're not really going ability, but Legendary Tail is pretty good. You know what? Let's go Legendary Saliva instead. So where when we were doing a normal run, that was all the way up to Prestige 5. And so this is easier from that aspect, which can affect a lot of this. So like bosses are doing less damage, you know, stuff like that. Yummy plus question mark. Oh, it was yummy plus poison. Well, hopefully it wasn't lethal. Doesn't look like it, thankfully. Now, do we want a full level here instead of physical damage? We have 16. You know what? Let's go full level. Ooh, cheek pouch. I don't know how they would balance cheek pouch, or if they even want to. But I feel like cheek pouch is always... Ooh, nomadic. It was always a must-take. Maybe that's just because how I like to play, or maybe just because it is actually that good. But it really feels like if you see cheek pouch, you always take it. And you know what? Let's go ahead and make it legendary. I feel like it's that good. That's one of those ones I always want it legendary, you know, because we just grab all this food now while all those guys are fighting. And we just get on out of here. No worries. Oh, more food over here. Okay, and we get another branching evolution. Well, we're incentivized to do points of interest because of nomadic, but just getting free XP every so often, even if our prey level isn't that high, free XP is just, you know, sometimes there's a drought when you're not fighting things or fruit isn't spawning that I think is just really, really good just to have it. Let's see. A lot of elites and stuff. Oh, I think this elite's gonna get away, unfortunately. Oh, no, we got it just in time, right at the end. I think our level up actually helped us get it there. I don't believe our cooldowns or anything start ticking when we're in the level up. That would be that'd be, you know, kind of weird, but, you know, it helps our reaction time. We don't want to take Jaws up yet, because we want some more mutagen points. I have been a little willy-nilly with them, so I should definitely have more, and I don't just because I've been kind of slamming them. But I feel like they're kind of one of those things where you don't want to hold on to them forever, getting the benefit early. Even though we're not going to use them, we'll take Pincer just for the crustacean point, so we see better tier food and stuff. Prolific. I still think Prolific is good. It's the second one I've taken. Oh, okay, and I just took half my HP in 2 attacks. Oh my word. Well, runs can just go badly like that. I don't really have any regeneration or anything, so I need to be more careful. I think if I do, I have minimal. Okay, 3.5. It's not terrible, but not when you take 60 damage just out of nowhere. Full level. Increase to arms. Oh, lowest level muscle tissue. You know what? We'll go with more. We'll go with more higher tier saliva. Give us more regeneration. Let's keep checking out these points of interest. I'm surprised we can see the points of interest from as far away as we can, just because of the fact that we don't have that much senses. I wonder if maybe that's a side effect of the map, you know, everything being bigger or whatever. Oh, all this food. This is what we want. Revenge. Increase physical inability for 5 seconds. You know what? We're bound to get hit, you know. I'm not the best known dodger, so increase size and HP, size and damage? Sure, why not? Mystery mushroom, mystery mushroom. Let's see. Okay, let's head to some more points of interest. See what we got here. These cats are brutal. Level up body slam. Okay, we do have some decent temperature adaptation, so I think venturing into the cold isn't going to be too bad. Oh, I really need to be paying attention to this timer. I just did this again, went into a hostile area when a boss has spawned. Okay, let's use the strategy of hiding around the tree. Ooh. Okay, well, I got hit a bunch of times there, and I shouldn't have, but let's go with... You know what, we're doing the points of... Well, let's do legs. I just like speed. Being fast... I think maybe it's less that being fast is awesome in games, and that being slow is so awful. Like, you know, you don't have to be super speeding around everywhere, but... let's take arms, but, I mean, if you're just slugging along someplace, it just feels so bad. Let's see, do we have to fight an extra boss here? Okay, upgrade our... Oh, we do. Oh, we dodged that attack, luckily. We are taking some cold damage, which is unfortunate, but... Oh, looks like... Dang, one of the elites is running away even after we did all that damage to it. That is unfortunate. Okay, we beat the boss. Now we have plenty of mutagen points. Honestly, we have so many. Well, we're not upgrading anything, but taking, you know, the increased movement speed is always going to be good. Mystery mushroom, not taking that. Come over here, steal all this food. Well, that's okay. So we maxed out our passive XP. That's always good. Okay, so let's try to focus and let's try to focus on this timer up here. When the boss is coming, let's not be in a dangerous area. But yeah, this challenge isn't too bad. If you can play the game kind of normally, you shouldn't have any issues doing this challenge. Yeah, can't follow that all into there. Let's see, prolific mushroom. Okay, perfect, physical. And let's go ahead and upgrade the muscular tissue. So there we go. So now that's our big physical increase. So now we're going to do even more damage, even though we're already doing a whole buttload. And I think the run just plays itself. Yeah, if you're watching, I appreciate it. And let's go crustacean legs. If you, tell me in the comments how you're liking the game, if you just like watching, if you haven't tried the demo is free. Full game isn't out yet, but yeah, it's a great time. The devs made a great little game here, and it should be really fun to keep seeing what they're doing in the future. Because, okay, yeah, let's level up our jaws here. Because it looks like, we could fight they could maybe sneak in 3 more bosses, because if you notice, the time between bosses gets shorter. So if they keep up with that, let's go with speed and terrain mitigation. If they keep up with that, and it's shorter every time, it's reasonable to assume that they could fit, easily 3 more bosses in here, which would be interesting. It will be interesting to see how that affects the runs. Oh, perfect. Let's get our legendary jaws here. And it does look like they will have an endless mode as well, and I'm wondering if, because as you've seen before, new enemies spawn as time goes on, and they get stronger. I don't know if it's just like a stat increase or what, but because it does appear that there will be an endless mode, so I wonder how that will work, if things will just get infinitely stronger, and because eventually you will run out of adaptations to take. So that would be a very interesting run to see how you would look with every single adaptation in the game. That's definitely something we're gonna have to try to do when the game fully comes out. And it looks like we are definitely getting some good stuff here right at the end to make the boss even easier than it was probably already gonna be. It is already looking to shaping up to be pretty easy so far. Well, not if we take big damage like that. Really gotta avoid taking unnecessary damage, because, we should be able to dodge pretty easy with how fast we are. Even though we don't have the highest ability, having our bite do poison damage is still good. Okay, and now we have legendary physical damage increase. Fantastic. And we're just waiting for the boss to show up and round this run out. Yeah, it was pretty good, but it wasn't anything too hard. The perspective is still, like, it's funny. It's got me like squinting almost, because like everything's so like blown up size-wise. Let's see if we can sneak this. Extra chance to mushroom identification. But it's got me like almost squinting because the perspective is so strange. Revenge. I'm sure we're going to take damage here, so increasing our damage but via revenge is good. And the boss is defeated. Not too bad. Pretty easy challenge, a lot easier than the harmless one. Doing no damages. Whew, that is a toughie. But yeah, not too bad, our weird, gross little creature guy here. I do think the every 10 levels getting a boss evolution essentially is a little strong. I'll try to avoid taking that in the future just because it seems to make it just a touch too easy. But yeah, hey, thanks for watching another episode. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.